Hi, I'm Mary Jo Feely with Fourth Dimension Healing in Stillwater, Minnesota. I'm also the director of the Center for Crystal and Healing Studies, which is my online school, and I am the host of the Ask, Learn, Heal podcast. And you can take a look at some of the other offerings that I have available, not only through my healing practice, but also through my online school and my podcast. And I have links below this video so that you can do that pretty easily. Today, I want to talk with you about two gemstones that can frequently get kind of mixed up with each other. And it makes sense. We're going to start talking about it because you're going to see that they do have similar properties, yet they are distinctly different types of stones. And the two stones we're going to talk about briefly today are Unakite or Unakite Jasper and Rainforest Jasper, which I would say more accurately would be known of as rhyolite. So we are going to start with Unakite Jasper. And when we think of jaspers in general, jaspers are very nurturing. And so we're going to have that nurturing quality within the Unakite Jasper. And here's an example of it. So Unakite Jasper has tendencies to have both the greens and the reds and the pinks embedded within the stone. And if you've worked with me before, or if you've watched some of my other videos, you have likely heard me talk about the two different types of energies that we receive from the earth. One is a revitalizing energy, and sometimes we just need a jump start because we're pretty depleted. The other type of energy that we receive from the earth is a very nurturing and comforting kind of energy. We need that too. And the beauty of Unakite is it is one of the types of stones that includes both of those color threads, so to speak, energetically. It is wonderful for connecting with that earth energy and that root chakra, yet also brings it all the way up into the heart chakra. Now, Unakite is a metamorphic rock, which means it is created through the breakdown and recomposition of other gemstones and crystals. And so there's a process that it really brings in all these other qualities. I love working with metamorphic rocks because they have a story to tell that's unique. And it's kind of reminds me that sometimes these fragmented aspects of our own life, it's hard for us to know how to pull those together and make sense out of them. So when working with a jasper, in this case, Unakite Jasper, being a kind of a regathering, a reintegrating of some other aspects that maybe at one point were quite different, they pull together and they create something quite beautiful. So this is an example of Unakite Jasper. If I didn't mention it already, it's about a 6.5 to 7 on the Mohs hardness scale. And I have other videos that you can explore if you're curious about learning more about that. And before I go on, I just want to say that when you're on my YouTube page, you're going to see a little magnifying glass. Click on that. A little search bar is going to open up, and you can type in whatever it is you'd like to explore further. In any of the videos where that particular topic is referenced, those will all populate so that you can kind of move through and take a peek at finding the information you're looking for. So that's Unakite Jasper. Now, the other stone is Rainforest Jasper or rhyolite, and I'm going to show you this one. So now you can see that this tends to be more on the greens. There are some very slight pinks, which have that little bit of that red theme, that red kind of energy that comes up from the earth. Yet predominantly we're looking at a green stone. Now, rhyolite actually is of volcanic origin. It comes from the eruption of a volcano as that really hot lava forms into crystals as it cools. So it's going to have more of a vitreous or glassy type of quality, which I think can be really helpful. And I've noticed this in my own work with it, that can bring in a clarity to a situation for healing that I'm going to grab the Unakite. The Unakite doesn't bring in the clarity, at least in my experience. So it's as if that kind of hot action quality that formed the rhyolite or the rainforest jasper, it kind of brings a clarity. And if we think about looking through a dirty windshield or looking through a clean windshield, when we get that cleared off, things are able to be seen much more effectively. I believe that rhyolite, rainforest jasper in this case, can be really supportive as we're drawing up nurturing energy from the earth and maybe perhaps a little bit of that kind of jumpstart energy of the reds. And yet, mostly what we're doing is bringing clarity into what we are looking for. It's still a nurturing stone. It still is going to support, actually, I would say many of the chakras because it's got this clarity that moves all the way up into those upper chakras. It also has a hardness of about 6.5 to 7. So again, you can see we've got a lot of similarities and some differences that actually might make a difference for you when you're working with those. So if you don't have these already, I really encourage you to explore them. You can go out to my online shop, see what I might have available. You can learn a little bit more about these two wonderful, nurturing, grounding, clarifying kinds of stones and find out how they can bring healing body, mind, spirit into your life and into the way that you are expressing all of your gifts in the world. So please, as usual, and as always, make sure you let me know if you have questions. Feel free to email me. You can chat right through my website, and I will get back to you either via email or I'll chat right back through the website if I happen to be online at the time. You can check out my online school for a free ebook on crystal healing. You can also check it out for a couple of the free mini courses that I have available. And my podcast, my Ask, Learn, Heal podcast episodes also include a number of episodes related to crystal healing, and all of my episodes always will include a guided meditation to support your ongoing healing needs. So for now, unless you have questions, let me know. I just simply wish you many blessings. Be well.